Hey, good morning. This is Jason Baker. I just wanted to spend a few minutes with you this morning and go over what I do on my morning routine that sets me up to have a productive and positive day. So I'm happy to share that with you, and hopefully, you can kind of get off this political Facebook stuff and maybe go sell something or, you know, be a little happier throughout the day. Okay, so for, it all comes down to a few things, and realistically, it's what I do first thing. Number one, I wake up at between 5:15 and 5:30 in the morning. Okay, it drives my wife crazy, but you have to get up ahead of everyone else, especially your family, in order to, if you're the leader of your family, get your day set straight. You have to have a good rudder for the day. And even though if you wake up first thing and hop on Facebook and you're rushing around and then your kids are in the room in 2 seconds and you don't have any time for you, how in the world are you going to have a good day? It just doesn't make any sense. So first thing I do is I wake up early. For me, I've got to get right in the shower because otherwise I'll want to fall back asleep, admittedly. So I take in the shower, then I brush my teeth, and I don't comb my hair. I just kind of go like that in the morning, and it just falls into place, which is good. And once I'm done with that, I come on downstairs. I sit in this chair every morning, and next to my chair, I've got this little book right here, and I got my little daily devotional over there, and my iPad, and everything. And so I sit down, and the first thing I do is I meditate or I pray. And I pray to Jesus, okay? I don't pray to a little fat guy sitting there or something else. But anyway, that's what I do because Jesus is God and God created me. And so I just give thanks for everything that I have, and not necessarily the material things, but certainly I love having a roof over my head and everything else. And so I look, I just close my eyes and I just pray for a minute. I just thank God for waking up and everything else and all the opportunity that I have in front of me every morning and every day. Second thing I do is I normally just hop right into my book here, and I'll show this to you. I believe in giving thanks for small things that happened, all the deals that you did last year, and everything else. So I write down right there, I just write down quickly each morning all the deals that we closed last year. Okay, so it doesn't really matter how many of them there were because this is not an ego based video. We are very thankful for every one of them. Okay, so I write those down, and that puts me in a mindset to be thankful for all of those things, and also it reminds me subconsciously of the great things that we've accomplished, both for our sellers, some of our buyers, and everything else. So it's an amazing way to start the day to give thanks for each one of those things. The second thing that you need to really do is you have to write down, 3, 4, 5 things you're grateful for. Okay, so today, and this I just write them down. I just handwrite them. I don't know if you can see that, but I just handwrite those. Grateful, thankful for Jesus. I'm thankful for the grace that He forgives me without any works. Okay, I just have to believe in Him. I'm thankful for my church, which here in Missoula is Zootown Church. I'm thankful for my family. I could have a dysfunctional family, and certainly at certain times it is, especially living with me. But family is important. Then I think about all the blessings that I have in life and at work and everything else. And then I think, this morning I was like, man, gosh, all the days I got to go out hunting this year, and it wasn't the best hunting season I've ever had, but it was an amazing one. And all the nature I got to spend time with, and wildlife, and the things I got to see, and the adventures that I had were just great. Being alive, man. Some people don't know I got shot twice in the head by a shotgun at about 25 yards about 3 years ago. And I lost vision in my left eye. But how I look at it is I still have vision in my right eye, and I'm alive. And certainly there are things that happen to me all the time because of that injury. But I'm very thankful to be here, and I'm very thankful that I'm alive so that I can hopefully motivate other people and help them be a better them. That being said, there's a little work involved in getting there. So number one, gratitude. Write down all those deals you did last year, if you're a realtor or whatever you did. Gratitude. Write down 5 things each morning that you're. It doesn't have to be in a fancy form or some worksheet. Just jot them down. I got a blank piece of paper. You saw how official that was. The next thing I do is I write down my goals. My goals this year are to close, myself and my team, myself personally to close 80 transactions this year, and my team to close 45 transactions, buyer sides. And so the goals I have are to take 10 listings per month. Okay. And I need to take 10 listings by 1/31/17. So it's important to write down the goal and then the date that it needs to be accomplished by, because that'll help you subconsciously keep pushing towards that goal. I've taken 4. I'm thankful for those 4. However, I do need 6 more. And I don't panic that I'm running out of time, because I know that each day that I make my contacts, it's building up in a cumulative fashion, and those things will just come, and there's a lot of people I'm following up with. Okay, that being said, my next goal is, it says I can and will close 125 transactions in 2017. By 12/31/2017, I will do that. Okay, I will remove all media, especially lately. My gosh, you guys are just on each other. I've never seen anything like that. Look, I am a conservative Christian, okay? But that does not mean that I do not love a liberal atheist. I love you, and I don't love you less because of your belief. Whether you believe it or not, I believe you were created by God and you're on this earth for a great reason. And I love you, and I'd love to go have lunch, dinner, coffee, and hang out with you and listen to you. So stop it. Okay. All right. Now, I'll remove all media from my life, because when you turn on the news, is it positive or negative? Yeah, I don't know. I was at a seminar last week, improving my mindset, and they're like, the guy that was up on stage said, there's not a lot of good news station because good news doesn't sell. And isn't that the truth? So I'll remove all media from my life starting today. You're not going to see me on Facebook. Now we're going to advertise through that and be on there and on our business page, but I don't do that, so I won't be there. So sorry. I'm going to post this on Facebook, and then I'm going to hop off. So each day I'm going to try to have my staff post something positive on there. Of course, it probably won't happen every day, but hopefully weekly. I will read about successful people in the morning when I first wake up, and at night. So now that I'm done doing all my goals and my gratitude and all that stuff, I'm going to hop into a book in a second. But the other thing that I write down, the last thing I write down each morning, is my self-praise. So I just write that down. So some of the things that I've done good over the last 24, 48 hours are, I had my brother over for dinner yesterday and to watch the Patriots game. I'm a Patriots fan, so please forgive me for that as well. I grew up in Massachusetts, and so anyways, I had Jamie over. Now, I've wanted to kick my brother's butt for the last 2 months, and I always keep making that millennial joke, but anyway, I love Jamie still, and we had him over for dinner, so that was good. I didn't kick his butt, so that was real good. We listed a property, and we got it under contract right away, which was great, and we had a full price cash offer, so again, we're thankful for that, but also that was a good job that I did, and that follow-up and getting that listing and everything else. We've been hitting our daily contacts goals. We make 30 contacts every day, 5 days a week, and we've been hitting those, okay? And we've also hit our listing taking goals. Now we have 6 more to go, but I don't think about the lack. I think about what we've done. So I give myself praise for the 4, and I don't concentrate on what I don't have. I concentrate on what I do have. So that's very important too. Okay? When you start to, I feel like when you lack God, you start to gravitate towards an institution or a government or something like that, and then you start to worry about rights and what you get and what you don't get, and that gives you a sense of lack, because obviously you focus on what you don't have, and this could be about governments, or really it could be about business too, and then you start to rely on other people to fill the void in the lack. So a suggestion would be concentrate on what you do have concentrate or understand that you can live in abundance. Every single person, man or woman, can have whatever they want. They can walk down to the ocean with a tube that's as wide as the Logan Tunnel, because I'm from Boston, which is, I don't know, 100 or 200 feet wide, and they can suck everything that they want in life or business out of that ocean. They can just have it if they start doing things like this. And remember, it doesn't happen overnight. It's not a lottery. It's as the speaker said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, so you have to have patience. Gosh dang it. And I don't have a lot of that. So, but this is great for me to learn that it doesn't happen overnight. He also said that you make more money between when you're 50 and 70 than you do from when you're 20, when you really should be start working. Unless, of course, you're a millennial when you start working at about 40. Just kidding. But you make more money from 50 to 70. So look forward to that. Now, the other goal I have here is, or the other praise I have is I've been doing goals with my kids every morning at 6:45. I have the alarm clock go off in their room, in my son's room. My son goes and grabs my daughter. And with the kids' attention span, you got to do you have to do one goal, one thing that they're grateful for, one goal, and then one thing that they've done good. You have to give yourself praise every day for the things that you've done good. All right? So we do it, and then the other thing I'm giving myself praise for is doing goals with the kids, doing my morning routine. My weight loss, I went from, I think, 308, 309 down to, well, this morning I was 276. I have been 272. I had a bad eating weekend, made a lot of barbecue and everything else, so I'm full of sodium. So, but I am thankful for those 35, 40 pounds I've lost, and I know after I drink a lot of water, I'll be okay in a couple of days. And then finding the positive in most everything. Now, granted, I get in bad moods. I get angry. I get hot under the collar. I hate when people are, trying to take me out at my ankles because I do things like this and I'm successful. But again, just for a minute, and then I'm back on my horse. So if you're thinking about doing that to me, believe me, I'm going to be okay if you do it. But the best thing is, why don't we just go have lunch and then learn about each other? And if I can help you, I will. Okay? How about that? So rather than worry about what other people have, again, concentrating on the lack, why don't you do these things and do this kind of production yourself? Okay? So anyways, that's it for me. Live in abundance, which you can do. Love on Jesus. He loves you. Now realize Christians are imperfect. That's why we love Jesus. We're trying to be like that, but we're never going to be. So the fact of the matter is, forgive us where we fall short. And other than that, I hope you have a blessed day. And that's my morning routine for my friend that asked me about it last night. Hopefully this kind of clues you in. Some great books I've read. There's been bunches of them. But most recently, I read Relentless, which was great. I'm reading Fanatical Prospecting right now. The Miracle Morning is a great way to kind of learn a little more structure than what I've gone over here. I've kind of simplified it for what works with me. But the main thing is that you just do it. Psycho-Cybernetics is probably the most important book I've ever read in my life, especially post-injury. So I consider myself as healed as I'm going to get, and I'm completely okay with my self-image right now, which is great. And there's just so many more. Read the books of the billionaires to become more like billionaires. And read that Bible. Maybe that's the most important one too, because you have a roadmap on how to be a happy person and a loving person, which I think we all need more of right now, especially if you go on Facebook, which I won't. So that's it for me. Have a wonderful day.